Hey, I'm here to give you feedback on your run. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to DM me directly or ping me in your rip thread. How did that spike? I didn't even see that. That was weird. Oh, that's where you're going? Hold on, what's your resetting? Five RD resetting? You could bump that up to 8. Your spikes are essentially the same thing. Yeah. A lot of ships. Unless there's a reason that you shouldn't be doing 8, I'd just recommend 8. Most runners do it nowadays. Great TNT. This is just going to be, like, super ideal. If you're going to do that to begin with, I don't know. This just feels like weird crafting order if you're setting up the sticks to do everything else. Like, craft the sword last. It's like micro time loss, right? I don't see anything on the ocean floor that would really, like, inspire me to go this way. But then again, like, you came from that way. I don't know. You don't look behind you. So you don't know if there's, like, a sexy ravine behind you. I don't know. Unless you have, like, an idea of something that way, like, I don't know. I feel like you should be looking around more as well. Oh, no. You looked that way. Kidding. I think that's the idea that you're going for. Maybe this. Again, can't really tell with YouTube compression. Oh, or that could just be real. You could pick up the gold pressure plate for some distraction. I know that Meebe was doing that at one point. I don't know if he still does it. How did that door get in your inventory? Oh. Nice enter time, all of that. Just looking over your notes here. Not crafting gold pick. I assume that's a bastion thing. Oh, how fast did that load? Pretty much instantly. No. indicator for bridge, obviously that as well. Going that way, I think enter angles make a world of difference. Obviously this is also fine since you kind of like forced this direction as well. I don't know why you've... Okay. You have a button and also an FNS. So either, like for TNT chalices like this, you'll always default make button and then therefore never need this. Or like you're making a weird button craft that you never like do. Either way, like standardize this somehow to where you can either throw out your FNS regardless or just craft button. Gold pick crafts would have been alright here. You're right. Good time to eat. Good catch. You need to be sprinkling the gold in instead of throwing it all at once. Like, I guess, like, that one's fine, but, like, this one's just questionable. Unless it's a misclick, that's, like, pretty silly. Slow Bastion route. I mean, we'll see. You kind of hesitated there as well. Like, you know the pressure's coming, you don't, like, really have a play. I mean, you do have a play, but it just took you a second to, like, think of the play. So practice with that may be a good idea. You also just don't need to even, like, block that off. Like, you got everything done within 12 seconds, or 18 seconds, so you're just totally fine. I mean, did you really even have an indicator that left side was available? Because, like, it was buried. Oh, hold on. You might have. Nope. I mean, you checked right side. I feel like left side's... Excuse me. I don't know. It kind of seems like you could make a guess off of what left side looks like. I don't know. I never get a great view of it, but you could at least do the same, check left side, see if you got DK. I think DK, especially when there's a triple there, is just the better route. But since you never check, that's not really information that I can give you. So at least check for it if you have DK, especially after a TNT chalice. Like, that's just going to be your best bet. Because, like, what? You get here at, like, you get to the chalice at, like, 209 or some shit. and then you leave at like 4 something. Yeah, it's like 2 minutes later. Yeah, like 2:05 later. Kind of slow. Could have been better to an extent, I guess, but this is still totally fine. Also, let's see. Is there anything else? Yeah, crafting the gold pick I've kind of already went over, but play safe, lost. Oh, different thing. Slow bastion route, kind of. Check DK. If you got DK, do DK. Otherwise, just do that. You can head hitter there. So your inventory is clear enough. Like, yeah, you could be doing some micro stuff, but you have enough cleared. You could be crafting here, like bookcraft, hit the bricks, tab, and then be good with it. Yeah, if you're gonna craft stuff, hit bricks. It gives you your glowstone, coarse dirt, wool, whatever you just fucking crafted. Bricks, yeah. Then you don't have to like search for it, like stress search for it in a crafting table. The other thing is I don't think it's necessarily a misplay that you made all of the beds at once. That's kind of the point of, like, clearing your inventory, so that way you don't have so many, like, crafting splits. Because, like, the thing that I've kind of disliked is people prioritizing, like, blocks over your inventory management. Like, you don't really need these things anymore, right? Like, if you wanted to make gold pick, you could, like, save that, or that, even. But, like, you could just toss one of those things out, right? And, I mean, you did throw out a lot of leather, quartz, stuff like that. But the other thing is you have, what, 8? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inventory slots for beds here. Well, yeah, 9 inventory slots for beds, and you're about to craft a fuckload of them. Like, I think it's totally fine to craft a fuckload of them, because you have 8 beds in your inventory, right? 9 beds in your inventory. Like, now you don't have to craft any more explosives. Like, that's time save. If you really want to craft your anchor and other 3 beds, you can. But if that's the deciding factor in this run, something's real wrong. But the misplay there is, like, trying to force out all of those beds. Because, like he said, every second counts. Like, the reason why I think you're saying making all of the beds at once instead of making just one is that every second counts when it turns into, like, a blaze bedding situation. But the difference between holding shift and, like, just regularly crafting it just is so negligible on the front end and is so helpful on the back end that I don't think that this is a misplay at all, actually. I think that this is just good play that you could have capitalized even better on had you crafted your string earlier while you were purling, or, by the way, if you get good enough with the sword, between blaze hits as well. Usually axes allow for more time to craft stuff between. Dude, nah, it's fine. Don't do this. You have free stuff here. Like, I don't even think that there's, like, anything above this. Yeah, like, this is just literally free, like, place a block, rip the portal from there. Like, you're losing height for no reason. Boat eye here. Like, do the portal overlap for the boat. Death reset in the overworld. Okay, let's see if this is truly misplay. I think the only reason that this is a misplay is that you'll have to end up throwing 2 pearls or getting damage elsewhere. When instead, like right here, like you could jump off here, get, not only is it faster, but you also take more damage, which means that you can actually just 1 pearl it. But even if you don't, you can just jump on this lily pad, get low enough to 1 pearl it. Like you just weren't setting yourself up for success for the death reset play. I don't think that death resetting is a bad play here by any means. You have 2 salmon left. That can last you to the end of the run into the end if something happens. But, like, if you're going to do that, commit to it. And, like, not have to do, like, 2 pearls, you know? Also, I don't know if you picked that up. I didn't hear it go into your inventory. Back up a little bit. Like, yeah, it's not spawning super soon, but no, now it will be. You took your pearls out of your hotbar for some reason as well. I don't know why. Like, you could easily just rip this. I don't know. I also have no idea where you're going, so I'm just assuming that this is a good play. But it may also not be. 212, 128, okay. You can just build it there. Then again, your seed doesn't, like, I guess your seed lets you get that lower height. Nice. Super linear, just overall nice portal. Nice. Yeah, I think the things that you were pointing out kind of make sense. I just don't think that all of them are necessarily misplays. I think it's just setting your... I think you do a pretty good job of setting yourself up for the next split, unless maybe if, like, it's kind of impromptu, like the death reset. But, like, leaving the Bastion, you were throwing stuff out that you didn't need, you gave yourself the inventory space, like, you used that time overlapping effectively. Once you got to the fortress, for the most part, you used that time overlapping effectively. Even to the point where you thought it was a misplay. In my opinion, of course. But, yeah. I think maybe the death reset in Overworld was kind of like hindsighty. I also have no information as to like how far away it was. Like if it was like, well, 242.58. Yeah, I mean if it's that close, like yeah, that ends up being a misplay, I guess. I don't know. I see the merit in both. That's just like a non-obvious to feedbacker play just because the Ninbot isn't somewhere on the screen. So, but yeah, overall, overall pretty well played run. Congrats on the PB.